1 year ago today exactly was the beginning of the worst and the most difficult time of my entire life. I'm actually going to play you a video from around that time so that I can communicate in my own words where I was at and what was going on. And then I'm going to offer some thoughts after I've played that video. I wasn't sure whether I was going to go public with this because this is a very heavy situation right now. I've opened up to some close friends and people on Patreon, and now I'm going to open up to the channel in general. I'd previously shared what I was going through, but I didn't give you the whole story. I told you that my chronic illness has been very bad. I've hardly been able to look at an electronic screen. I could read a couple of paragraphs at a time, maybe go for a 5-minute walk. Haven't been able to catch up with friends or talk to anyone really. I told you about how I wasn't sleeping, and I went 5 weeks with 1 to 2 hours a night sleep, and then not able to do anything in the day, being exhausted, and it's been crazy. But I didn't tell you the reason why the sleep started like that. When I first burnt out, I was actually put on a medication, an SNRI, which I never needed to go on. And if I knew anything near what I've learned over the years, I would have seen how ridiculous it was for the doctor to put me on that. I was told that it would help me with my illness, and I was told that it was non-addictive. Recently, I had tapered off this medication over a long period of time, and it had been okay until 3 months after coming off the medication. I developed post-acute withdrawals, and I've been in touch with a group and a person who's very experienced in this, and says that it's very common, and the doctors don't know this, they won't tell you this. It's ruined lives, and I can't explain exactly what happened other than my brain went into chaos. I had very little control over my mind. My body was in such a state of anxiety that I can't even explain it. I fell into such a state of depression, and with my brain chemistry so out of balance, like I said, I couldn't sleep. At the same time, not being able to do anything to distract myself because of my illness. And worst of all, I developed obsessive thoughts, which have taken over everything for me. And they're there almost constantly. They interfere with my daily life tremendously, and I can't seem to find a way out. Fortunately, the sleep has seemed to stabilize for me over the past couple of weeks, which is good. But I'm here with these thoughts that I can't figure out, unable to hardly do anything during the day, with an idle mind, and I'm just getting up every day and I'm being tormented. I don't know what else to say. I'm someone that has overcome many anxieties with my illness in the past, and come to a place where I developed a mind that was so peaceful and calm that I would hardly have a bad emotional day at all. Such peace and joy in the midst of such suffering. But this thing is just so stuck there, and it is on loop, and it is just driving me crazy, and I can't figure it out. And I don't see a way out. And I wake up every day, the peace and the joy that I had, the excitement even in the midst of my chronic illness, is just replaced with dread and despair. And that's the truth. I even went to go to an appointment to see someone about this, and I'm so limited that I had to record 30 minutes in 5-minute intervals and put it together and send it over, and only go down for 20 minutes. because I can't physically handle it. My treatments have had to be on hold at the moment for my health. And I can't believe that my life is in this place, to be honest with you. I don't know what to say. I can't even put into words how I feel and what I'm experiencing, and I'm sounding so much calmer than what's going on inside of me right now. But I just want to be honest and share this because I haven't been posting on the channel. I can't believe the people on Patreon and others that have been supporting me and helping me financially during this time, despite me not being on the channel. I'm so blown away by it and by the messages, the care that people have given me. I'm just used to having such peace and joy and victory in this area. And I'm scared to even share some of the things that go through my mind. But I just wanted to update you for now and just tell you where I'm at. I can't talk for much longer. I've continued to get before God and get into the Word despite my emotions not feeling like it at all. Half hour to an hour a day in prayer and then meditating over scriptures. I've been eating so healthy. I've been doing brain training exercises when all I want to do is lie in bed. And the lady that I'm dealing with says that I've done more than 99% of people in my position and that what I've done under my circumstances has inspired her. But I certainly don't feel inspired right now. I'm writing notes in my journals. I'm trying to come up with ideas. I'm trying to be still before God. And I wake up each day and it seems so pointless. In my circumstances, it seems utterly pointless. But I know there's a purpose in God. I know God's goodness. I continue to praise Him. I continue to thank Him for the things that He's done in my life and the blessings that I do have. And really, I've never thought of eternity in such a way as I have at this time, just thinking of wanting to just be with the Lord. And just coming to a place where there's just, this life is just, I don't know. And I just wanted to share this with you. I will continue to do everything that I can to help myself. I will continue to come before the Lord. I will continue to praise Him. And I know that there's always a purpose to know Him and to become like Jesus. But I tell you what, this is beyond what I can handle right now. And as I said, the calmness in my voice, the level of calmness doesn't reflect what I'm going through right now. I'm composing myself for this video. Please, friends, keep me in prayer. For those of you who are supporting me during this time as well through Patreon and the other means, thank you so much. And I will continue to get all of the right treatments and supplements and everything I need, and I will just continue to take one step at a time. Someone said to me the other day something like, keep my head where my feet are, because I'm looking ahead and I'm seeing despair. But I need to look at this moment and know that God's grace is enough for this moment, and He doesn't call me to understand anything right now, but to trust Him. So I just want to share that with you, friends. I wish I had better news. But that's where I'm at right now, and that's the honest truth. God is still good. God doesn't change. But sometimes things can be very hard. God bless you, friends. That was really difficult for me to watch. I didn't really want to go back and watch it and relive it. I just wanted to put that in the video here and talk about it. But I did go back and I did watch it. And I have a few thoughts. I never would have imagined how much I would have gone through over these past 12 months. But I have to say that I'm very grateful for the progress that I've made. I'm not where I want to be. I'm a long way from where I want to be, but I'm grateful for where I'm at compared to where I was. The mental side of things has improved a lot, even though it's still a struggle. The physical side of things has improved a lot with the treatments from where I was. I've been able to do a lot more. I'm not just sitting around or lying around. And I remember even back then when I couldn't fathom anything. It was so overwhelming beyond words. I still would write down how, at a time when I thought things couldn't get any worse, I would reflect on how things could be worse. and to be grateful for the blessings that I actually did have. And over the last 12 months, those blessings have grown and grown. I've increased in health and in mental health. Like I said, I'm not where I want to be, but I can be grateful for that. I've met new friends and people and been able to do more things. And I just want to rejoice with where I'm at. I want to say to you, friends, if you're going through something on a difficult journey, life can take twists and turns. We can go through things that are overwhelming. Be real with yourself. Be real with God. You can cry. You can pour out your heart. You can just let it all out. But I want to tell you to always come back to that place where you allow God to pick you up, and that you persist and you just do the best that you can. It might not be much, but just do the best that you can. Even if you can just pick up and read a verse or a chapter or whatever it is, pick it up and read it, even if you feel nothing. Even if you're there before God in prayer and you feel like there's no point because your life is over, just continue to come before Him and know that there is a point, because God is real and He is there. And even if things don't change, He loves you and He can be your strength and your comfort in those circumstances, which are so difficult. So I just want to encourage you in these two things, friends. It's hard to look back over that. And I want to be further along than I am, but you know what? I am just going to rejoice with where I'm at. And I'm going to continue to persist one day at a time, moving forward and forward and forward and forward. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. And I just hope that you could see the difficulty that I went through, which I couldn't even put it into words. That didn't describe even the tip of the iceberg of what I experienced. But I just hope that you could take something from that, and just to recognize that if I can somehow get through 12 months of such difficulty, then you can get through your circumstance too. I care about you, friends, and I'm sorry for those of you who are suffering. It grieves me deeply. But I want to tell you that you have a God who loves you. You have a God who is our comforter. And I tell you what, His purpose for you is unchanged. It is to know Him more and to become more like Jesus. And if you are even just lying there, or you can't face anything, just crying out to Him and saying, "Help me, God," brings Him honor and glory. It is a prayer of humility. It is a prayer of dependence on God, and a recognition that you need Him and that you desire to honor Him. So leave your comments, friends. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what you have to say as usual. If you haven't seen my other channel, Line of Fire Ministries, I'll put that in the pinned comment, which has more scripted and edited videos. And thank you everyone for all of your support over this 12 months and for all of your support right now. God bless you, brothers and sisters.